Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for February 7th, 2022. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Gina Greenlee of GinaGreenlee.com. Today's inspiration is stand-up comedy snippets, as in my own. So before the pandemic, I used to go to the comedy club. We have, where I live, a nationally recognized comedy club. And I just, oh my God, I just love it. I just love laughter and laughing from my gut, and it's just such an endorphin release and endorphin high. And I love laughing with folks in a tribal setting, none of which I do anymore. I, I didn't, I haven't done it for 2 years, and I may go back, but I discovered all kinds of goodies on the internet. I love dry bar comedy. And so, anywho, this comedy club, excuse me, where that I used to patronize, they had a a weekend comedy, stand-up comedy class, and the graduation was so you had to come up with a 4-minute routine, and you work through your 4-minute routine, you write it up and you practice it or whatever. And this happens over, I think, 2 weekends. And then the last weekend on a Monday night, the class, members of the class will do their 4-minute stand-up routine for a real audience who has actually paid ticket for the professional comedian that's gonna headline after the graduating class performances. I attended some of those, and I thought, well, that could be fun. And I've always been interested in that. I like storytelling, both as a writer, and I'm actually enjoying this blog series. So um, so I started. So I signed up for the class, and then they never gave it because they were always waiting for, I think they wanted to get like 15 people. And so they were always waiting to get people for it. And then COVID hit. In the meantime, before all that, I was practicing, because it's writing. So I was comfortable with the idea of storytelling. To me, the challenge was going to be doing it, with comedic timing in front of a live audience. That was probably going to be nerve wracking, but that was also going to be fun. That was part of the fun and challenging myself. So, anywho, I actually I spent many days and hours practicing. I got myself up to like a 40-minute routine. Uh, and then, COVID hit, and then it was all over. So I'm trying to remember what inspired me. I think I was watching Dry Bar Comedy. Or, oh, I know what it was. I've been decluttering. So I've been coming across writing snippets. I've got writing everywhere. I've got notebooks everywhere. Yeah, I use a computer, but there's also pads and paper everywhere. And I came across a snippet from one of my comedy routines. All right, so here I'm looking at my notes. This is so I had this series of I would I would make jokes using recognizable songs, but I would change the lyrics. Now, some of it's going to be dated because I'm 61 years old. So people ask me about my eyebrows. Women are like, "Oh, I love your eyebrows." Like, "Oh, I wish I hadn't plucked mine." Um, because yours looks so natural. And I'm like, "Girl." So so one of the things when you write comedy, and again, I'm sure you've all watched comedians. You one of the key tenets is that you write from your own experience. And so the experience is my eyebrows. Now, so this is a song for some of you young whippersnappers. Anybody under the age of 40 is not going to know this song, but it was, I think, a war protest song from the 1960s called "Where Have All the Flowers Gone." I believe that's what it is. I'll Google the details and I'll put it in the transcript box. So One of my this is part of my comedy stand-up comedy routine that I never did. Where have both my eyebrows gone? Long time passing. Where have both my eyebrows gone? I know they won't return. That's why I draw them on.